Hello, fairy finders and fairy seekers. Welcome to FaerieQuest and the final part, part 5, of the self-discovery journey with the fairies concerning how to find your soul purpose. This is kind of a bonus reading today. The We Folk Toracles cards are actually meant to be read in sets of 4. They can be used as singular oracle cards as we have done on this weekly journey. However, there is a bit more information to be gotten from each 4-card set. That is what we are sharing today in this video. If you have had difficulties with any of the tasks and your soul purpose seems to be eluding you, there is no shame in starting back at week 1 and going through these weeks again. Since you're familiar, it may come a lot easier now. But also remember, contrary to popular belief, your soul purpose isn't just one thing. You do, however, need to be able to find a starting point where then your guides, your angels, the fairies, and past loved ones can help guide you on your soul purpose path. They know what it is that you're meant to be doing, and they also know the lessons that you're supposed to be learning along the way and the people that you are supposed to be meeting. They have to be able to bring all that together for you, but if you're not on the correct path, then they have to work even harder to get you to that correct path. This whole 5-week reading was meant to help you reach that starting point, going even further if possible. So let's see what the final lessons are from these 4 really wise fairies.
So as you can see, we have Thimble, first card, Nathanal, second card, Tapay, third card, and Clara for the 4th card. First thing that we notice is that Nathanal, Tapay, and Clara are all looking at Thimble, which puts a lot of emphasis on Thimble's message. So these cards and the fairy messages that were given on these cards complement what Thimble had to share, and that had to do with the heart song. That has to be the beginning of this spiritual discovery journey, is finding that heart song, finding your rhythm, getting comfortable with that rhythm. After that, we see that Tapay is looking at Nathanal and Clara is looking at Tapay. This is showing the necessary order of the tasks we've been given by each individual card, starting of course with Thimble, who is looking directly at us. That shows the importance that this is something of the now. As mentioned before, we also have 3 child cards. We have Thimble, Nathanal, and Clara. Tapay might be a child, but we really can't tell for sure. But the fact that there's 3 child cards lends itself to Nathanal's message about using our childhood memory of what we loved doing to create as an adult. The emphasis is on Nathanal's card because his is the card that stands out the most. It has the dark background, and when you look at the 4 together, his stands out because of the coloring of the card. This tells us that this is what the child fairies, Thimble, Nathanal, and Clara, wish us to pay close attention to. Next, there's the 3 indications of the third eye. We have Thimble, who has the kofia hat on with the emblem where the third eye is meant to be. We have Nathanal with the dark dot where the third eye is located. And we have Tapay with her gold headband over top of the third eye. The last card with Clara is about seeing what we've never seen before, or the unseen. So with each suggested task from the 3 previous cards, Tapay, Nathanal, and Thimble, and allowing ourselves to at least consider that there is a world beyond the physical, our third eye begins to open and we can receive the guidance that Clara talks about and receive it more clearly. Last in this lineup is Tapay's card, right here, which is actually the clearest card of the 4. She is the being, the fairy that we can see the most clear. Her message concerning giving too much of ourselves and finding a balance is made all the more important because of how clear her card is. There can be no mistake about our need to find time for ourselves by releasing extra burdens, similar to this weight that Tapay is holding. Last of all, with these 4 cards together, what we notice is that each of these fairies is in a still position. None of them are actually moving in any way. And because Clara's card is the very tail end, and hers is kind of an ethereal quality in comparison to these 3, what that is sharing with us is that we do need to do those tasks that have been given to us for these first 4 weeks. However, there's also a time for stillness, as Clara is being here, and as all of them are, because in that stillness, if we're doing the tasks that each fairy has given, then our third eye is opening, and again, in the stillness, we can receive the guidance that we need to move forward toward that soul purpose that has something to do with something we really love doing as children. So those are the end messages, week number 5, for the complete set of these fairy cards. There really is no specific task for week number 5. You can either take a break or you can just continue doing as they have suggested for the first 4 weeks. I'll leave that up to you to decide. Take care.